Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to Scales of Fate. Woo! All right, it is a glorious Monday where it has been mun all day. In case you didn't know, we're here to play some D&D as friends and loved ones
and enemies
and frenemies. Sorry. We're frenemies now.
Yes, apparently.
Can't use that. It's already a podcast.
Yeah. Okay, so if you want to check out our sponsors, go ahead and check out our links down below underneath the video. Have all those saucy links to all those saucy sponsors. Not quite saucy, don't take my word for that.
Extra saucy.
Last time on Scales of Fate, you guys had essentially decided more or less that your next objective as a group were to check out the caverns beneath the city. A rumor had been told to you, or told to Roscoe more specifically, about that's where possibly the chromatic spiral had been hanging out. On the way there, you guys made friends with a clan of bats who were a little bit helpful. Mostly
kind of mean.
Mostly kind of mean. I mean, they're very well-knit bats. The only nice one that you really talked to was
Zoogie.
Zoogie.
They weren't vengeful mean. They're just out for themselves.
Exactly.
That's
like
fine.
mafia,
Yeah.
family business type of.
And what about the clan?
Well, what's in it for me?
What's in it for the clan?
Very dead. That's what's in it for you.
Yeah. So, upon
It's juicy.
entering the caverns below the city, you were promptly attacked by some strange creature living beneath the water, whom, in a desperate fit to get it over with quickly, had actually knocked out the barbarian, whom survived with just fine. You know, Roscoe had put the cloak of the manta ray on him. He started breathing, and everything was fine.
Took a ill, but then I bounced back.
You know, we goopified him.
That was teamwork.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we did goopify him. It's a great description.
It's very goopy.
Yeah, like, dude knocked out our friend. We were just like, nope.
Specifically.
We're going to remove you from the lake and then liquefy you.
I was going to say, technically speaking, Fred knocked out himself.
Let's not get into specifics.
So he's a martyr, you know, that we should be,
So,
Definitely.
anyways, after Xerxes' massive feat of strength.
Yes. Lifting an entire solid 1 pound
It was
ore.
a full pound.
A
Full pound.
A whole one.
You guys took care of the problem, decided to take a short rest, and in the meantime, Roscoe and Thalner decided to go check out some strange firelights dancing behind the cavern walls of a strange tunnel. Going down there, you saw what appeared to be a ritualistic or altar-like visage of a statue of a flaming red dragon with dried out, burned corpses of what appeared to be chromatic spiral individuals circling all around it.
yeah.
Sounds neat.
Did not like that as much as I thought I would.
It was a little weird.
I want to say anticlimactic, but not really. Just not what I was hoping for. It wasn't treasure.
It wasn't treasure. Deciding to kind of walk away slowly from that one, you guys got a little bit of a tickle on your brainstem.
So it's hard to say it was anticlimactic.
And both of you had passed your wisdom saving throws for said influence. Thalner just barely.
Lucky hype?
Lucky hype. And have returned now to the rest of your team. And in this moment, Roscoe, as you're kind of leading Thalner back, it's not without a slight abandon. Yes, Thalner had passed his saving throw. There still is like the strange hesitation that he keeps like, but wait, like...
No. Man, human jerky, like, it doesn't even smell right. I don't want you that.
I don't want you that.
But what is it doing? What did it do? What purpose did it serve? Clearly this has something to do with the attack on the city.
Do you know that? It could just be some fucking evil ass statue, man, that's trying to fuck them up. I mean, like, those were its own people down there. Like, it wasn't like us or village members. Those were fucking chromatic spirals that it had jerkified.
Maybe it's on our side. No, yeah, we should go.
Let's go talk to the dragon experts. Not the one that just hates them, because, I mean, he's passionate, but...
Yes, retreating from the room, leaving the vicinity of the statue.
Okay.
Holding hands, like, in a really, like, badass way.
Okay.
Like, maybe forearms.
Yeah. Holding forearms the entire time. Walking sideways back to the rest of your group.
Strafing.
Strafing.
Yeah,
literally.
like locked arms,
Yeah.
back to back, just...
Trying to avoid
Got your
eye
back.
contact, but it's hard.
Yes, it is a little bit difficult to avoid eye contact with Thalner. He has such striking eyes. As you guys return to the rest of the group, more or less the short rest had incurred. By the time you guys hear Roscoe and Thalner kind of half arguing, half giggling, half strafing and kicking pebbles along the way.
Where did this giggling come from?
You guys hear
Tough giggles.
from the...
really cool.
You guys hear more than you actually see. There was a stairway that was leading upwards through the side of this cavern, kind of being dimly lit by the mycelium luminescei on the way up. And at the same time that you hear like the mildly Babel-esque conversation between Roscoe and Thalner, you hear a second set of babbling, now descending from the stairway in the opposite direction. And as you guys look up, typically in this sort of darkness, you wouldn't be able to see anything. But you see two flickering, wavering green lights back and forth, kind of bobbing up and down, hovering through the air. And it's hard to tell from this distance. They could be speaking common, they could be speaking another specific language, but it sounds like they're talking to each other and slowly just kind of bobbing their way down this stair on the side of the cave.
Like into the water?
No, like, so descending these stairs heading your exact direction.
How far away are they right now?
Probably about 150, 160 feet.
Hide?
So, can I backtrack just a couple seconds in time? I assume I was waking up from a short nap, correct?
Sure.
During my short time. Was there any possible dreams that I had during that time?
At this current point of time, you were dreaming of flying around with Zugi in the night, just cool air breezing past your
Sweet.
face.
Zugi's having the same dream.
Do me and Thalner also notice this the same way that they do?
Nope, not yet.
All right.
In fact, with passive perceptions where they are, it's really just Jack and Salvo that hears it first. And then once they kind of like, hey, shh, and like point up, now you guys are all noticing. And at this point, this is when Thalner and Roscoe are cresting the corner of this cavern that you just entered.
Hide,
That was
hide.
weird.
Everyone
Man, I'm
hide.
feeling hungry.
I'd like
Not eat the mushrooms.
I'd like to begin ritually casting detect magic. Just working on that.
Okay. Okay. Takes 10 minutes, but sure. You go ahead and start that up.
I'm gonna lay down very low and kind of slow my breaths, and I'm gonna beast sense into Zugi and have Zugi fly towards the people.
Okay. And you have your beast sensibility currently?
Yeah.
Cool. Remind me for myself and viewers, how exactly does it work?
Yes.
I sense beasts.
Features and traits. I'm trying to find it.
That's okay.
That sounds right.
Should be correct. While you're looking that up, at a distance, these creatures seem to just be some pale white, asymmetrical shapes floating within flickering green energy. They're separate, they're not connected by any means, but it's like two small dancing lights just kind of descending down these steps. And like I said, it sounds like they're talking to each other.
Oh, I found it.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
It says it takes 10 minutes to cast, and I have to be within touch. So I might not want to do that, actually.
Okay.
It would take a long time.
Yeah, so you could get it started if you would like, similarly to how Xeris is getting a ritual started.
I think instead, I'm going to pivot. Should I still read the description just because...
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, for my own brain.
You touch a willing beast. For the duration of the spell, you can use your action to see through the beast's eyes and hear what it hears, and continue to do so until you use your action to return to your normal senses.
That's going to be really fun to
While
describe.
perceiving through the beast's senses, you gain the benefits of any special senses possessed by that creature,
Oh boy.
though you are blind and deafened to your own surroundings.
Okay.
But instead, I'm going to ready an action of when they get within telepathic range. I want to try and spook them a little bit.
Okay, so first of all, what's the range on your telepathy?
Sorry, what'd you say?
What is the range on your telepathy?
I believe it's 30 feet, but let me check as well.
And if it works the same as rangers and druids, your beast sense lasts an
It's 30
hour.
feet.
30 feet?
That's what I thought.
Just dope.
Sonic mine. Is everything?
Yes, 30 feet.
Okay. About now, as you guys are trying to come up with plans, and Roscoe and Thauner have come around a corner, Salvo has been mildly shushing the two of you. These two bobbing lights have made it about a third of the way and more, and are continuing to descend. It doesn't seem like they've seen you guys.
Hide. I'm hiding.
And you just hear,
Well, I feel a little bit more hungry today than usual.
and then you hear a different voice. I think that maybe we should try some of those crispy ones by the statue.
Oh, well, I don't like eating squishies. They're gross.
Oh, well, if you're hungry, you must eat. And it's like they're just kind of having strange, feverish, insane banter.
So they're within 30 feet now?
No, not yet. They're still probably about like 80 foot up in the air at a diagonal. They're kind of just, they're not touching the steps that are hanging on the sides of these walls. They're just kind of bobbing up and down.
We're just quiet enough to where we can hear them still. So is there much of anything to really hide behind in this cavern?
Other than the direction that the two of you, the Founder and Roscoe, just came from, and the water itself, no.
That's what I thought.
Do me and Thauner now realize that there's people coming and we need to hide? Have we picked this up from our comrades?
More or less. You don't recognize them as people, but you are now seeing these two floating lights.
All right.
They've gotten closer enough to where it's hard to tell, but it kind of just looks like two skulls of different shapes.
Interestingly, horrifying.
I slip into the water.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. So the both of you are slipping into the water?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll go.
All three of you slipping into the water? Okay. Stack just kind of like watches you guys and tries to stumble into the water.
To the edge with one hand, kind of just like barely poking out.
Okay.
Enough to breathe.
Yeah.
And
What's up?
see.
If that's where everyone's headed. then-
I was about to say, I'll go ahead and join.
Okay.
I'm going to remain just
Who has the
still
various
laying down.
water tools?
I have the cloak again. In fact, I think I have both of the water tools because I didn't give the ring back
Yes.
and he dropped the thing. So I have the ring of swimming and the cloak of magic ray.
Okay.
Which I guess
So
I could hand you off the ring of swimming. We're right next to each
Okay, does it fit?
It doesn't let you breathe. You can,
It
changes
automatically.
size.
Oh, nice.
So those of you getting into the water, roll me a stealth check, because it sounds like that's what you're trying to do, trying to hide.
Be unnoticed.
And I'm not terrible at it anymore. Yes, I am.
I, for one, got a 15.
Okay.
I for one.
No, you're 2.
No,
Got
no,
a
one.
one.
It's a 1.
Oh.
I for one.
That's... He's pretty far away from me, in case that matters.
18.
In case that matters.
21.
I get right next to Roscoe. Roscoe will keep me safe. He knows the water.
And you're just chilling.
Well, I am trying to lay still, like barely noticeable chest. I guess that would be a stealth.
Are you trying to pretend to be a corpse, or you're just because you're
I'm
kind of
just
just laying
trying-
against a cavern wall right now,
It's like an
okay.
empty hallway.
Yeah.
Like you're just alone in a hallway laying on the ground.
more or less?
Okay, I will. Yeah, I will pretend to almost be like basically a dead corpse.
Okay, give me a deception check.
He's like, the bat's like, dead face.
5.
Okay, so as these two orbs continue floating down,
Orbs, you say?
it's just a generalized version of what I am about to describe to you. There is a audible splash as Xeris kind of just slides through the dust and into the water. Roscoe, whom had gone first, and you would assume that he would be doing fine, he thinks that this cloak/ring combo has made him into like some stealthy swan, and literally swan dives into the water, making a large splash.
With a 15?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was sorry. My apologies. Salvo was the 4. Okay.
That was a great swan dive.
More or less, the two of the orbs basically just like stop on the step that they're on, and then they turn and they look at each other, and you guys now from this distance can kind of see like these strange pinpricks of red light inside of their eyes, and they turn and they look back down at you guys, and he's like, "Hey, did you hear that over there?" And one of them's like, "Yeah, there's other people here that are not supposed to be." "Yeah, I think they're all. Let's go tell them to leave." And as it says that, it kind of just makes a swirling motion in the air and starts charging down into this location. The first person that they see in this moment is Leon. The other two, like, they're literally swirling about each other. And as they reach this area,
The second they get in 30-foot range, I want to do something effective.
what are you doing?
Because I want to ready my psionic mind.
Yeah, you did.
Psychosis.
You did say that. What exactly are you doing here?
So the more higher pitched entity, I want to just immediately say, "Turn around or you will die." Do an intimidation, and I want it to kind of be like almost he's thinking that it's his subconscious or something, or a voice in his head.
Okay, give me an intimidation check with disadvantage.
2 20s, wow.
I got 2 8s, so that is.
Saw the same thing.
You said intimidation?
Yeah.
I think that was 2
7.
infinities.
Okay. You just hear back in your mind, "Oh, you silly, I'm already dead!" And then this other one,
Damn.
this other one floats down, and now you have these two skulls about the size of a cantaloupe, each one.
So roughly skull-sized.
Roughly skull size, but slightly smaller skulls. Slightly smaller skulls.
Don't piss him off, he's
They are burning with green flame all around them, and these teeny tiny dot-like laser beam or laser pointer-like red pin pricks of light rest within the sockets of the skulls. You can tell that there is like a slightly elongated snout on the both of them,
That's
as
so
if
much worse.
these were not humanoid. And as you say that, the higher pitch one says out loud this time,
What you doing down here? Why are you here? Are you here to steal?
and the other one says, "Hey, you can't steal from us. That's not okay. We'll eat your soul for stealing from us." Yes.
So they would not be classified as humanoid.
Just Thalner observing this, especially from your very quiet, sneaky spot, does not appear to be humanoid. Speak up before we burn your soul.
Damn.
Go Zoogie! And I rage.
And I cast water bolts.
Okay.
Try to put out the fire.
Well, all right. That escalated quickly. Everybody roll initiative.
We probably didn't need to.
Yeah, I was about to try and talk to
We
him,
could have
but
made
this
friends.
Well, we
I
left the
threatened to
barbarian
burn our
at the time.
friend's soul.
If we were stealing from them, which we weren't. It's fine.
No, that's an attack.
Oh, cool. 6.
I mean,
I figured I'd stay out of the water, so
I
at
would've
least
stole from
I would be
him.
the focus, and then you guys could hit with the range. 14.
On a fucking initiative.
18.
Give me just a second. I'll ask for a list here in just a moment. I want to be able to write down what I got going on here. That is not helpful, Spencer.
I was not expecting to jump right into combat, but I guess we are in hostile area, so.
Well, you also started.
You also started the comment.
Wow, I can't believe that.
What am I supposed to do?
Literally ask you a question or burn your salt.
Fuck it. All right, Ken.
Don't answer to tiny
That was a
green.
violence word. He said a violence word. It's self-defense.
20 to 25. Salvo.
I got a nat 20. I don't know if that matters on initiative.
It does not, other than you gain inspiration.
Oh, yeah, we changed that.
That's a
That's
total
cool.
of 21.
Yeah, 21.
21 total?
Yep.
Okay. 15 to 20.
18.
16.
15.
Always not.
Okay. 10 to 15.
14.
14 for Leon. And Thonner?
6.
Thonner got a 6.
You have a -3?
That's
What?
a 3.
Oh, I was looking at that one.
Yeah, I have a -3 to initiative, guys.
Damn.
Damn.
And my
That's
AC is
dexterity.
7.
I'm a rock. Dex.
Speaking of, I guess I should roll for Stack.
I was
Huh?
about to say Stack would outmaneuver you.
Stack got a 5.
Stack probably didn't even
Me
go
and
in the
Stack are
water.
holding hands now.
Stack probably just was like, all
Yeah,
right,
you're
be a rock.
holding his hand to stop him from sinking further into the water.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Also,
so
as a bard, going last in initiative order is not the worst.
that's a good thing.
It actually kind of works.
You're
for me.
technically in healer territory as the bard of the group. But speaking of, it is the low pitch skull's turn.
I'm about to take something.
The low pitch skull
burns his soul.
basically says, you know, you better not be here to steal nothing or burn your soul. And let's see, what is he gonna do here?
He's gonna burn your soul.
He casts Burn Your Soul.
Luckily, I'm resistant to soul.
Make a soul, make a soul saving throw.
That would require us.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Was it a nat 20?
I need everyone except for Stack to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
As 2 teeny pinpricks of light cross as if it's going cross-eyed, and a small sphere of light begins to expand and then explode.
That's good.
It's casting Fireball.
And you it's like you forgot about this. You didn't know it was gonna do that.
Even though we're in the
I was
water.
about to say, I wonder how effective that is.
Are you
water.
submerged in the water? But yes,
I mean,
it is within a sphere.
85% of us is submerged.
What I will say for those who are in the water, we'll go ahead and count as resistant to this damage. So if you fail, you'll take half. If you pass, you'll take a quarter. How about that?
Agreed.
How about that?
Scott,
The thing in natural 1
Ah.
doesn't matter for saving.
that's your
throws.
second one. You just
Oh wait, hold on. I need 2 more. I need 2 more.
25 minutes in.
How many? That's too many dice in your
Do you
hand.
know what Fireball is?
Bad.
It's this.
Is this something with my fists?
I will after this combat, right? When we
So a
level
saving
up
throw has
again?
nothing to do with AC.
No.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I'm-
So, I'm going to go ahead and go around in a circle.
It's like, can you get out of the way?
Natural 1 for Xeris.
A natural 20 for 24.
Okay. Natural Tony's basically like it'll count as a pass, but you'll gain inspiration here.
Can I say I let go of the ledge and let Stack drag me down in the water a little bit?
I'll say
I
Stack will
just saw
take.
fire and was like, And use
I'll
him
say
as an anchor.
I'll say Stack will take no damage, but you still.
I still will because I'm in the hotter part of the water,
Correct.
which like makes sense physics-wise. But as long as he's fine.
Okay, got it. Leon, natural 1.
Yep. For a
Holy-
total of
That
5.
inspiration.
This is the opposite of the last several episodes.
Two people who
Roscoe,
attacked got a
18?
natural 1.
18 passes.
Okay, if I could grab Thalner's hand so he doesn't continue to sing.
You cannot. In this moment, we are in bullet time of initiative. Salvo.
10.
10 fails.
But I'm in the water.
JJ.
13.
13
Boiling water.
You'll take
fails.
damage still based on
So, the only person not in the water currently is Leon,
who also failed.
who failed, and you
Take
did
hold.
say you were raging. So I will grant you that. The total damage right now, so
So it's still halved.
Because you have resistance to everything. This is gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
So the total damage is 29 points of fire damage. You will take half.
14.
15, round up.
15 points of damage. For those of you in the water that failed, you will take that 15 points of damage. For those of you in the water that passed, you will take half again, being
We
8.
We round up.
Yes. So 8 points of fire damage as this eruption of flame just blasts in a mighty circle all around you guys. And you hear,
Sober now.
"Oh, he's still up. He's still alive." And then after that, it is Salvo's turn, I believe. Yes, it is.
That's just my 10 hit points.
Good thing I told Zuby did that.
Zuby did fly away. Yeah. Zuby's like, okay. Just starts flying away.
All right. Well, that didn't feel good at all. There's 2 of those.
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to full action generate cannon
Generate cannon.
in the protector format.
Okay.
In the form of protector.
Yes.
Protector.
For
And-
protect Salvo, which is to say protect her.
Yeah, well, protect all everyone within my range. So I think everyone in the water then should be affected by this, except for maybe Stack.
What's the range on Fireball? Like the...
It's a 20-foot radius, so a 40-foot
So
diameter.
So that means that... I'm assuming that, I guess, Leon's actually near us. I don't know if that matters for you.
The ledge itself in which you guys were chilling on is less than 10 feet wide.
Oh, well, it's 10-foot range of the turret, so maybe you're in range of this.
I would say if you're putting it on your shoulder and still on the edge of the water, yes,
Okay,
Leon
sweet.
would be in range.
Well, congratulations, then everyone gets 9 temporary hit points.
Nice, I just lost
That
one, so I can
helps.
take those.
Yes, it does help. If you had temporary hit points, these can replace them, but you can't add them.
Gotcha.
Alrighty.
Okay, so so that was your action and bonus action, Salvo?
Yep.
What are you doing for movement speed?
Staying in the water.
Okay, cool. So that being said, it is now Xerxes' turn. You're up.
Wait,
Well.
where am I? I thought you were at 1 for that. Oh, I guess that was for dodge.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile,
Okay.
except for this is going to be water.
Cool. So as you release the flare of magic missile from your hand, the creature turns around hearing arcane energy and casts shield and takes no damage.
Yep.
Nice, that's
I'm assuming these guys.
But that's a
are
spell
pretty tough.
slot, so that's nice that it used.
And its reaction.
I wish I, as a character, knew that.
You do see a warbling green sphere of energy encasing the one that he had just targeted. And it is still active. In fact, over the table, it will be active until it takes its turn.
That's great. So the second of my Magic Missile, is the other one going to cast shield too?
What do you mean the second of your magic missile?
There's three.
3 missiles.
Okay. Yeah, the other one casts magic missile or shield. Yep. Vroom, vroom. They just kind of get absorbed into these green lights.
And then for the remainder of my movement speed, I just sink to the bottom.
You start sinking?
No.
Okay. So
I mean, I do go under the water, a little bit.
And holding your breath.
Yes. Say yes,
Okay.
please.
And what's your Constitution modifier?
I'm like right at the. Okay, my lips are out.
So effectively.
Okay, I don't move.
Okay, so where are you? What are you doing?
I'm staying still.
Okay, so all right, still head above water, casting spells.
Both in the position.
Magic missile has been absorbed by these two sphere-like entities.
I swim a little bit away from my comrades.
Okay, cool. Just kind of separating some space. You get up to 15 feet away if you would like. Got it. JJ, you're up.
Oh. Okay, so first off, I will shoot the one that just harmed me, giving me an extra. Yeah, an extra damage die.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's from your gunslinger class?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah. First attack on the turn hits a creature that attacked you with a harmful ability. Okay.
So shield auto stops a magic missile, but it gives them a +5 AC. Just so you're aware. You don't know it. You don't know its AC, but I just want you to know walking into this, it's going to have a higher AC.
Cool. So.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. No, that's probably not it. Nope. 16.
16 to hit. Let me double check. That is a negative. That does not hit. It just kind of, even the magicness of it just kind of gets absorbed into this green sphere-like object.
I don't like this very
Did have to
much.
look it up, so it's
Scary.
Oh, I should have done this before, but I'm gonna use my gunslinger feat as well.
Okay.
So bonus action, steady your aim, and then until the end of the next turn, you have advantage on range weapon attacks.
Okay. Got it. All right. So with that being said, that's JJ. Also, are you taking any movement speed, or are you kind of hanging out where you were prior?
I guess. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess I'll also separate, kind of fanning out.
Kind of spread it, like swimming in the opposite direction as Xeris,
Yeah. and
basically.
Then, yeah. And
Okay.
I'll take that bonus action.
Got it. That is going to be Roscoe.
Formation G.
All right, so I'm actually launch myself out of the water, land up on the ledge,
Okay.
and yell out to them.
What are you gonna yell?
Oi! We're here looking for the same damn thieves you are. We saw those spiral dickheads come down here. Some of them are taken out. We need help finding the rest of them. We're not taking your stuff.
Give me a persuasion check.
Diplomacy?
And Roscoe.
What if the barbarian had thought of that?
We call that character development. We're not there yet.
No way.
Let's
Okay,
talk about
so-
it.
Wait till you hear what I'm gonna say.
Before you go further, I just need to know if it passes or fails.
What did you roll?
An 18.
And this is a genuine persuasion check, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Give me just a second. Let me.
No, that was a lie. I don't even know what their stuff is. They got some
Okay,
stuff.
so I'm gonna roll this die for the both of them. They kind of, as they've been, it's strange. As the magic missiles were occurring, like their lights are honing in on this energy and just kind of absorbing it with their shields. The explosion of the fireball itself just kind of like encapsulated all around it. And as you launch yourself out of the water and you shout that, "We're not here to steal anything," the latter half of that sentence, will you please repeat that for me?
We're here looking for the same guys that we're stealing from you.
Okay. You hear from the high-pitched one,
Well, the ones that were stealing from us are dead.
"Oh, the ones that are stealing from us are dead."
That's not what we've heard. We tracked some to this very location. I think he might have missed a few.
Okay. Give me a deception check. You will not know the results of this deception by the end of it, but I will describe how it looks, just because of how fast things move in combat.
So I did pass that persuasion because I have a thing if I fail.
You did pass. You did pass.
It doesn't count for deception, so it's fine.
Yeah.
18 for deception.
Dang. Okay.
Founders, they use it.
Thouner? Is that you, Thouner?
And they're both short.
That's
Racist.
Downer. That's Downer at his weakest.
Heightest.
I'm actually,
In 18, you say?
yes.
Biologist.
Oh, that kind of makes sense. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense. And that's all you hear, and they're kind of just like talking to each other now. It's not they seem very emotionally detached. Like when they were bobbing up and down and talking to each other, the tones that they're having right now are the exact same. From here, you basically have still like 10 feet of movement speed. You don't have any action economy though.
Okay. So no more talking to them. Can I do any sort of motioning or hand signals?
I mean, that's kind of a free action, sure. What are you trying to accomplish with this?
Kind of point them and lead them towards the room with the dehydrated guys.
Gotcha. The smaller
Dehydrated. Politically correct.
the smaller skull one on the left, the higher pitched voice one, watches you as you gesture in that direction. The other one's still just got its eyes trained on you. From here, it is Leon's turn.
Oh, and I take that 10 feet of movement towards
that direction. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna telepathically connect to Salvo and go, I think these are ghost dragons. Get Stack out of here now. And then I yell out to the ghost dragons, I go, are you ghost dragons?
You just hear a quick reply, No.
Then I have no problem with you, but you just scared me.
I'm afraid you're playing your character too perfectly.
I love it.
I mean, you're not trying to persuade or dissuade. It's not really a skill check unless you're just trying to do like a flat charisma. You would still have your action economy unless you are just trying to charm them in a way.
Well, I watched what Roscoe was doing, and after everything that happened, I was like, oh, it might be a little above our pay grade at the moment. So
no harm, no foul. I mean,
yeah, I'm
just we're all burned, and
so currently right now, I'm assuming, am I right next to Roscoe, or am I on the opposite end of Roscoe? Are they in the middle?
So basically, they are in between you and Roscoe now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So then, I'm
perfect.
I guess I'm just gonna kind of get into a stand up and be in my stance and not try and attack them.
Okay, so you're just kind of just chilling right there, basically.
Readying in case they try and attack me. I'm so apprehensive, but
okay.
I won't attack them.
It is the higher pitched voice, the smaller skull's turn now, after your turn. And it sees Roscoe kind of moving over, and it's like, oh, well, why didn't you just say so? That one continues following you in that direction. And then the other one is just hard staring at you, and then what is it? The Exorcist just like kind of turns really quickly and is just staring you down. He's like, what about you then?
I don't like dragons.
Yeah. Okay.
And I like some dragons.
That's the end of it.
I don't like dragons.
Complex man.
Yes, I do.
That's a conflicting statement. And that's basically the end of its turn. Both of the shields on these creatures have fallen off now. Thauner, it's your turn.
So, I don't imagine in this short amount of time in combat I've really descended that far.
No.
So I'd like to kind of dig my clawed foot into the edge of the water that I've been descending and push myself back up, holding on a stack because I don't want him to sink, back up to the surface.
Okay.
To let go. I'm just kidding.
Give me an athletics check.
Okay, is this taking my action or movement?
To pull stack up with you, it will take your action. You saw him kind of crawl and climb the wall before.
Yeah, I let him go.
Okay, you let him go. He just looks like, and then like latches onto the wall.
I kind of. Stack, don't let go.
I'll never let go, Stack.
For both of you.
I kind of like
quarter movement
like
speed.
holding his nub. I kind of push it against the edge and let go of it. Like hold on here, be safe down here in the water. Dig my claws in and push myself up to the surface.
Okay.
I give you the it's okay symbol.
Well, and I have the swimming
He wasn't
ring
looking
now.
for it.
Yeah,
And that's not what that symbol means where I come from.
And I have the swimming ring now, right?
Yes,
So can I get back up to the surface?
You do that with 10 feet of movement left over to spare.
Hell yeah. I am going to, this was already my plan, not having seen Roscoe with a similar strategy, I'm going to try and talk to them.
Okay.
We mean no harm whatsoever.
Oh.
No damage has been done, nothing has been stolen, we barely survived this beast. Let's talk about these spiral individuals over something to eat and see if we can agree on something.
Oh. Well. You see the two of them kind of like have, one of them stopped following Roscoe, the other one has turned from staring at Leon, and you're just kind of in between the two of them now. Give me a persuasion check.
And I'm literally just like kneeling just outside the water, just like arms open, like, let's eat and talk about this.
Okay.
You said persuasion?
Yep.
Bet. I love rolling persuasion. That's a 19.
A 19, you say? Okay. With a 19, you kind of just hear from the both of them. You like the spiral, but we don't like them. They don't taste good. Okay, what you got to eat?
And with my movement, I'd like to reach into my bag and pull out some rations to share.
You pull out some rations. The larger skull immediately just like very hungrily starts eating into your hand, and you just see that like it turns into a crumbled mush and falls from its jaw. And it's just like, well, that was all right. And effectively, you guys are currently out of combat.
Oh.
I cast a water bolt.
God, it's not.
Do we have any of those beads of force left? I'm just kidding.
I gave mine to Sabo.
Yeah, and I like put them both in a pocket. I'm like,
Well, what are you guys all doing down here?
Man, I told you we were tracking these thieves.
Well, they're not thieves. They're not. Well, they're kind of thieves.
Well, they stole from us, so I'm just assuming they stole from you.
No, they can't steal from us.
The spiral's helping bad dragons,
Okay.
they don't care.
so I don't like them.
Okay, that's alright.
What did these guys steal from you last time?
Well, they tried to steal from us, and then they couldn't because they can't, so...
How fortunate of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wish they could steal from us.
What are you glad that they didn't steal?
Well, they always stole from my vault.
Oh, well, I hate when they steal from our vault, because they stole from the vault up in the surface.
You can protect a vault too.
Yeah, just like you guys, man. We got like almost the same job.
Give me a deception check.
Point us in the direction so we can protect it.
Also, what's in it so we know what we're protecting?
I'm going...
What is happening?
Do you need inspiration?
I don't even.
I give you my inspiration.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Give you perspiration.
I went from an 8 to an 18.
You already have that.
18?
so-
18 for deception.
There we go.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hold it.
Girl, you need to take actor.
Next time.
The lower voice goes like, oh yeah, they try to steal from, they can't steal. And the other one goes, silence! You know
don't have a vault. We have a vault.
Man, there's more. There's a below service vault and above service vault. We used to have a vault till they fucking broke into it. So yeah, I guess you're right. Now we don't.
It's not.
Damn!
Well, I don't trust you.
Well, then you're really good at your job because we don't trust anyone. So congrats.
Fine, then. You weird squishy?
Look, we don't want to know where your vault is or what's in it. Continue to protect it. What we're looking for is the individuals that tried to break into your vault. Have you seen any of them down here?
There's a whole bunch, but they're gone.
All of them?
Dead.
All of them.
What was it that like on fire dragon statue that killed them all?
No, they like really liked that.
Yeah, they really like that statue.
Do you know that statue is like a friend of yours?
They kind of just like look at each other, and there's this strange bobbing, flickering flame of awkward silence, and they look at you and they go,
Why you want to know?
'Cause he seems awesome.
he's not awesome, he's mean.
Oh, well, shit, then I'm glad you warned us.
Are you here because he sent you here?
No, man, we actually went in there and I kind of got some bad vibes from him, so we left.
Who's he?
Are you not? Hold on a second. Are you guys treasure hunters?
No, man. We're bounty hunters.
Bounty hunters?
Yeah, we're chasing the thieves. We told you.
Like the ones that tried to steal from us?
Yeah, we think it might be the same ones.
This isn't a deception. Give me a persuasion check.
You sure it's not deception?
Oh, you guys are trying to chase down these people.
But did they steal from us?
Yes.
Yeah.
They stole my time.
Nat 20?
bitch. And our dignity.
Did you get a nat 20?
Not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they stole Paula from us.
It's a 13.
Good point.
I don't believe you.
Hey, you being...
Shut up.
Okay.
Listen, we'll protect the vault. You protect your vault. We'll be on our way.
All right, well then let us pass so we can find these guys and protect our vault.
But how are we supposed to protect our vault if we don't know where they are? We just need to know what you've seen down here, and then we can go. In exchange, what do you eat? We'll give you what we can.
I like souls. Give me a persuasion check.
Do you like bat souls?
Oh my god. Damn, Talner.
I can call an army.
No, just her entire family. That's it.
First she lets Stat drown, then she offers the bat soul. What's next?
And all of them
Wait.
are Zugi.
Oh, so just genocide.
Do you
And
by
we're debt-free.
chance? Do you by chance?
Hold on, let's get the resolution of this persuasion check.
Persuasion. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Oh, we just told them to go away, right?
Yeah, we'll tell them and they go away. All right. Well, you up first, you chatty Cathy.
Okay. There were the people, and they had this sweaty thing on the faces. And they were coming down here, and they were bringing stuff down here, and bringing people down here. And then there was like a lot of like loud noises and explosions.
Yeah, and don't forget parts of the earth bleeding through the sky on.
And parts of the earth bleeding through the sky. And then there was like these weird big bunny things that came, and then they just ate them all.
They didn't eat them, they burned them.
They kind of look like eating.
Well, they burned them all, and the ones who lived just went with them. It was strange. It's very strange.
Well, we don't also forget that they've been down there for a while. And then the spirally ones are just kind of new. Before it was like regular people that look like you.
And then there was, before all of that, there was some strange sound coming from inside of our vault.
Yeah, it's like was like a cracking sound. Like big cracking sound, like and that was about the time that the Swooty people came.
Man, did you guys ever check your vault to make sure they didn't break in through the back wall of it?
They kind of look at each other.
That's what they did to us.
Give me
vault.
a deception check.
Me?
You guys are both doing it. You may either do it separately or one of you has an advantage.
I have a +9 and I can't roll lower than a 10.
He's like, I'm pretty good.
Surprised you
My minimum is
what
a
you had.
19. Deception and persuasion.
Your minimum's a 19?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, anything
Oh,
9
so yeah,
and lower
Roscoe
for deception and
shuts his mouth
persuasion
around
is
his
In addition to +9.
Yeah, you didn't go.
30-20.
You're at advantage because Roscoe's helping you with this lie.
Ooh, so that's math.
24.
24.
They're gonna roll with advantage because they know their vault.
Good luck.
Do they know what's behind the wall?
They have to get a 19 or a 20 in order to pass. In fact, I'm gonna roll it in front of you guys. Azula's in there.
Bad juju.
Oh, that's awful.
Is that a 20?
Can I inspiration that?
Yes.
So Azula got me a natural 20, and you guys are just gonna inspiration me like that?
I'm gonna do that.
As long as
works.
the DM.
Yeah, that's fine. That's canon on the rules. Okay, hand me that blue one back. Come on,
All
baby.
right. Baby girl.
So she got a nat 20. You guys suck.
As they're thinking whether to believe it or
Yeah.
That's a 3.
Okay, all right. They fireball. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so they go.
Teletubbies.
What are we thinking of? What are we thinking of? And they just start swirling around and they start heading towards the direction where that statue was.
I yell out to them, I am not squishy!
You're so squishy!
I say they might still be in there and follow
Okay.
Towards the dragon statue?
Whoa, I grabbed
wherever
that.
they're going.
I'm like, man, that dragon statue.
We'll be fine.
At this time, Stack is pulling himself. What are we doing?
Yeah. Glad you're okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh man,
what's
so
this
like
going
it
on?
was like calling to our brains, and it like burned and dehydrated all the other guys in there, and like Thauner almost got sucked into that fire like spiral.
Does that ring any bells?
I got the vibe that.
The statue?
Big dragon of
Give me a
red.
history check.
Well, I got the vibe that they said some flying things came in and
15?
burned them all.
Yeah, that sounds bad too, but I don't know about
Like
that. Might have
bats.
happened also.
15 will do it, and this is a whisper.
Oh, why do you always get the whispers?
What are they checking for?
And also, he asked the question.
All right, whisper right
History
in the
of what
mic.
the statue is.
Okay. All right, we're counting on you, JJ, for the intel.
Yeah,
You got the closest ear.
No, I just
be
thought
dropping,
Oh, you
be
said-
dropping them eaves.
Once upon a time in the land of Levantia, there was a big dragon, a bad and a big dragon that
You
was
heard that
good.
right.
What? No.
In the land of Levantia.
I was a boy.
All right. Are we going to follow them?
Man,
I'm like still trying to.
Yes.
even if we follow into that, we're just gonna go to the flying beast. Why don't we go upstairs?
I was gonna.
You're still holding on to Thauner?
Yeah.
Because
And-
clearly that's not where their vault is. That's not where they're going.
Seeing Thauner still trying to pull away from you, Stack has now grabbed Thauner's other shoulder and is now pulling him.
So we all heard the skulls.
Pulling him in the direction you want to go.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
like
so
in the
he's
middle?
pulling against Roscoe right now.
I always thought.
No, he's pulling against
Yeah.
Roscoe.
Man, do we really want to try and steal from these skull guys? As I'm getting dragged along the hall.
Yeah, as soon as Stack starts pulling, you're like, oh god.
So we all heard the skulls tell the story. So is it safe to say that we have a general understanding of what's going on in there? About the fact that they all just basically ran into their fiery death because they just said that?
What are you asking about specifically? Because there was like a lot of layers to that.
Do we, who, other than these two, know that that's what happened.
They had already told you about said statue in brief, like not necessarily that. They're sitting there arguing about it. You hear Roscoe saying like it's trying to get into our minds, like kind of thing.
Yeah,
So you
that was
hear
all
the
happening
context.
right now.
So let's just hold hands. Buddy system.
The fuck?
Or don't
way, if
go if
any
you
of
don't
us-
want to.
If any of us,
I mean, I'm not
Feel
gonna just
compelled,
like
we'll just
sit
hold
out
each
here
other back.
drinking alone. Fuck.
It's better to
reach my
drink
hand
with
out.
friends.
I'm already holding stacks, and you're.
I
placing-
reach my arm out very like toughly
Cool.
for your forearm.
Would anyone who's staying, please hold the end of this rope I'm tying around my waist?
I mean, it's not me. I'm not gonna be the one out here hanging onto a rope.
Stack?
Dude, Stack's dragging me
He's
towards
kind of at the
rope.
front and was dragging Thalner, like resisting it. It's Roscoe. And you say stack, and he just kind of stops. Yes.
Is anyone wanting to stay back and not go in there?
There's only one way to go. Am I misunderstanding?
Yes.
There's yes, you are misunderstanding. There's up the stairs the way that those ghosts came from. Okay.
Yeah, or there's down into the cave room with the
Where
dragon
they just
statue.
went.
With the dragon statue and the horrible sounds and the flying fire beast
And the
that
vault.
killed everyone else.
And the vault that
And a vault that's
something was
guarded by
happening.
evil demon skulls that almost killed us.
I wouldn't say
pretty
evil.
quickly.
The choice is clear.
I mean, they eat souls.
Lawful neutral.
But something happened in that vault.
Eating souls doesn't.
chaotic neutral.
doesn't
Lawful. They're not. If you're not coming after my thing, it's fine.
Exactly, they're fine with us. But when the spiral showed up down here, something was happening in their vault. Something in there is important.
yeah, but like, I'm totally gonna try and steal from them if I get closer to their vault.
Don't get caught.
Why do you think I'm chasing them?
We probably don't have this much time.
Do you know where
All
the
right,
vault
I
is?
You guys are all
I-
basically talking about this, and
As-
right about the
I'm
time.
moving as I'm talking.
Right about this time, you guys are entering into this circular room.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just reach out and grab onto your hand where you were trying to like hold me back. I just grab on and turn back towards Stack, moving in that direction more.
I'm in the middle of the daisy chain.
I said stack back with a rope attached to my waist.
Okay, then I just go.
Okay. So, yeah.
Wait, whose hand are you holding?
No one's rope around my waist.
Selfish asshole.
No one wanted to hold my hand.
I would.
You guys, in this room, so you have tied a rope around your waist. Stack has, like, in this moment, as you guys continue moving forward, arguing, Stack has basically said, yes, I will stay back and hold this rope. How long is your rope?
50 feet.
50 feet. By the time that you step into the entrance of this larger cavern with this burning statue, you feel a tight tugging.
I say, Stack, if I'm not out in 10 minutes, pull me back.
Okay. You just kind of hear that bouncing off of walls. Now, as you guys, who all has entered this room?
I'm first.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Founder's
Roscoe.
first.
I'm second.
Then I'm third.
Fourth then.
And
I'm in the very back.
Yeah, wherever.
All right.
Towards the back, probably.
So fifth, sixth.
Okay, so I'd say that like it's Leon, JJ, and Salvo just kind of still standing at the entrance, while Thauner has begun like descending down into these rings, with Roscoe and Xeris on the way. As you guys had entered, you saw like these two skulls seemed to never be far from each other. They were flying in tandem until they get to the other end of the hallway past the burning statue, and they split and go into different tunnels.
Great. That's awesome.
And as you guys are kind of like skipping down into this room, the first thing that you notice, obviously, is the smell. It's awful. Just as Roscoe so eloquently put, jerky.
And
It
also
could smell good.
dehydrated.
Yes, yes. But there's also blood stains in the ground. Fresh-ish ones. Already coagulated, but not quite turned browned black yet. Not only that, but there's signs of what might have been a fight. Pieces of weapons on the ground that are broken, and armor that has blood stains into it that look like they had been ripped off. And all during this, the statue, which is less than half the size of the wormling that you guys had seen in the tree Arquillo, it just sits ever burning. a dragon on its haunches with a tail kind of curled behind it, its wings furled out. As you guys get close, it's just heat. It's hot.
Man, don't get too
Hotter.
close. Let's skirt around this thing.
Is this the equivalent of a small campfire or like a full-on flame?
Small bonfire? Like, it is fire. It's lit. It's lit, fam.
So, can I give the good old...
You do hear some squeaking out in the distance. What were you saying?
Prestidigitation to instantly snuff out a small
Okay.
campfire.
As it's not a small campfire, but as part of it starts to wink out, it immediately reignites, and I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Just poke it.
5. Nope. 7.
Okay. You wink out a bit of the fire, and in your mind, all you can see now is fire. All you can feel now is the comforting, soft warmth of the flame that draws you in. And as Roscoe and Thauner are moving past this statue, you guys all see Xeris stop following them.
We're
And
holding hands.
He's holding
hands.
We're holding forearms.
Okay, so as you guys feel that, you feel a tugging, and it's not super strong, but Xeris,
About
Xeris,
1 pound.
whom had a purple iris, if I'm correct,
Yes.
had a purple iris. It is just solid black. The pupils have dilated beyond the point
Yeah,
of.
so I use all strength to, sorry to cut you off, to
You're good.
grab and pull Xeris with us past it.
Yeah. Same.
Something is taking away
Let
you
me
away
go,
from your
Roscoe.
comfort.
Let me go.
You don't even know it's Roscoe. Something is taking you away from your comfort.
Let me go. Let me go. I'm trying to break free.
Can I? You gonna say-
I want to break free.
I see. He's fighting you. You do feel him pulling you, but this
really stupid.
hasn't shaken
Checks out.
your feeling. I need you to give me one more saving throw.
But tight.
Wisdom.
12.
I need you to cast a second level spell on Roscoe. Of your choice.
As this is happening, I'm going to full charge towards the statue and appear my weapon.
Okay. You run, summon your weapon against the statue.
Attempt to swing as hard as I can, recklessly.
Before that,
Can you cast growth?
let me specify a harmful
No!
second level spell.
Jump
Of
to
your
repel
choice.
sounded nice.
A harmful second level spell against Roscoe.
Ow.
So what you're saying is I need to do a first level spell at a second level.
If you're out of second level spell slots,
No,
then-
I don't have a...
He doesn't have
He
a
doesn't have a
second
harmful
level.
second.
if you have a harmful first level spell, it must be cast at the second spell slot level.
Okay.
You guys get second level spells?
I got second level good.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, it's gonna have to be chromatic orb.
Fun.
Fitting.
Great.
Really called chromatic
like-
orb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've taken one of those before. I didn't know where I was for a few days.
All right. Well, let's see if it hits you.
Oh, thank God, it's a 2 attack.
17.
You should have rolled those ones that were rolling
Yeah,
ones.
17 hit your AC.
Yeah.
Can't you lucky him?
You can't lucky him, but you can inspiration him.
No, I think you can lucky.
I don't think that's how lucky
You
works.
can't.
It's not how lucky works.
I thought you could
Lucky
focus.
works for yourself.
Bardic Inspiration has a counterpart that does kind of a similar thing,
Wait, can you
but
lucky
against the
DM?
enemy.
You can lucky the DM. This is not the DM in the
Whenever
moment.
you make an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you
Yep.
can spend 1 point.
Yeah.
So,
You didn't roll anything.
you would be choosing fire damage here.
I will deal 9 fire damage.
Great, there goes my temporary hit points. Oh no.
You tried to pull Xeris away, and he snaps back at you, and you hear in Draconic, "No one denies the Shadow Flame Mother," and blast a fiery orb at yourself, and burns those temp HP, the swirling magic vibrational energy that Salvo's bot had given you has dissipated. You feel a slight smell of burning toe hairs, but you feel fine. And now Xeris has immediately shifted his attention from you to the statue.
Well, I'm still holding on to him. Oi, you almost burned my bloody goatee, you bastard! Come on! I act like it's not a big deal, and I just still drag him with me.
Okay. Xeris, give me one more wisdom saving throw. He's not following you.
Well, he doesn't have a choice because I'm dragging him.
Okay. So.
And I'm stronger than he is, even though I'm shorter.
That's true. So give me a grappling check, which is athletics. About this time, Leon, you have rushed up. What are you doing now? You've summoned your weapon. You've rushed up to the statue.
Oh, I am recklessly smacking that statue as hard as I can, saying,
Okay. Before you guys give me the results of this, go ahead and roll the hit.
"Damn you, dragons!"
That was angry.
Well, that's not.
Now you look at this.
The cause of and solution to
Really?
most of life's
Now?
problems.
Now
The
it
dice
gives me
tell
a
their
nat
own
20.
story. I'm just saying.
that-
I don't
do you
have
get
a plus or
inspiration?
minus to a hit.
I already had it.
Yeah, to attack?
To attack.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's
Probably like a 7-ish.
what would it be?
It's your proficiency plus your dex modifier.
Who's holding
Okay.
mother?
So 18.
No one.
18 to hit?
Yeah.
Definitely hits that statue.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Me or I guess.
So if it's, can you remind me if it's reckless, what does that do?
You roll with advantage.
But he
And that's that's simply it.
Okay. And I'm using my ball hammer.
Okay, the
ball side.
bludgeoning side. Got
Yes. I don't like that.
I will do it again.
All right. So I got a 2 and then I got a 1, so I'll take the 2. That is 12 damage.
it. Okay. 12 damage. You sink the hammer side of your weapon into it. There's a reverberation type sound happening as flame begins to envelop around your hammer. You get buffeted backwards, flying through the air, and as you do, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. Now, what is the result of this athletics
So
check here?
so we're both rolling against each other, right?
Yes, correct.
We both
I should stop using
got a
that
natural
Natural 20.
Unfortunately, that means you remain locked in tandem standing in front of the
but
statue.
That's not unfortunate. That's but I have
his
a
is
higher
still higher.
plus
Higher strength.
because I have a higher athletics than him.
Yep.
Okay.
So the
Even-
natural 20 part
This is just a
allowed.
massive feat of strength once again.
You have the -1.
This
I
is
have
a skill
+2.
check, so they both get inspiration.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Okay, so you are slowly, actually, successfully pulling Xeris back. As you land on the few steps behind you, what is your wisdom saving throw?
12.
Can I give inspiration to him?
I know I fail.
You're giving your inspiration to Leon?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Leon.
Because not inspiration.
I don't want to keep using this dice. It's not been good to me.
That's not how they work.
Options.
That's
It is
not how
they work.
dice work.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It is.
It's
No.
science.
You need to impart love to the dice so it continues to do better, not just
Not
throw it
mine.
aside.
I fail.
Okay, as you
style,
kind of
everybody.
smack and hit the ground and roll backwards, the first thought in your head as you see nothing but a warm and soft, comforting flame. This is my new goddess.
Oh.
Why have I not followed her before? And you stand up and you walk away from your hammer, which disappears behind you, and you too begin walking towards the statue.
Evil dragon, evil dragon.
Knew we shouldn't have gone down here.
Let me go! Let me towards the flame!
And as you guys are all struggling with each other,
It's like I got a toddler yelling at me for ice cream. I'm not letting go. I know this game.
as Xeris is wrestling with Roscoe, and you guys now see the pupils of Leon's face begin to dilate, walking towards the statue itself. We're gonna take a break.
Yep.
Break time.
We'll be back in a matter of seconds. For
We'll get some
those who are
jerky.
not watching.
Come
right
back
now.
here in 15
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 15-minute break. 15-minute
Unless
break.
this isn't live.
Yes.
Like, Yeah.
It's live.
And then it's like a 5-minute break.
Not even.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I feel alive.
I want to break free of the Shadow Flame Mother's. And welcome back to Scales of Fate, everybody. Oh, geez, Stack.
It is our destiny. It is
we
our
all
destiny.
shall be united through being ignited.
You guys were more or less having a hard time around this statue. In this last moment, you guys see Leon and Xerus avidly pursuing being near to this statue. Roscoe fighting off Xerus in this moment. What is everybody doing? And more specifically, the ones that currently have a level head, being JJ, Salvo, and Thalner. What are you guys doing right now? Stack, but he's not in the room.
Do I notice that he has done damage to the statue?
Yeah, you noticed that.
And it worked. It took damage.
Yeah. There was like a brief cracking on the statue. Yes.
All right. Well, then I want to use my Breath of the Dragon attack.
Okay.
I can do a 30-foot line. I'm assuming I'm within 30 feet of it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So I am going to do acid.
Okay. Go ahead and
the creature. I don't know if it's a
So when
creature.
you do that, what are you doing for your attack?
It's not a creature. Does it say creature or object?
Each creature in that area.
It's an AoE. Or
I mean, it's a cone. It's a 20-foot cone or a 30-foot line, and each creature in that area must make a Dex saving throw.
Rule of cool. I'll allow this to affect the statue, though it is not a creature.
I mean, it can't make a dex saving throw.
It cannot make a Dex saving throw,
Insta fail.
so it fails. So go ahead and deal your damage.
I mean, it's 2d4. It's not like
It takes both of those.
5 damage.
5 damage. You guys see Roscoe still kind of wrestling with Xerus take a swig of his flask and then burp a little bit and then and a line of acid just sprays out of his mouth, coating this statue. The head of the statue begins melting a little bit and the flames start dying down but are still slightly burning. Leon and Xerus, I need you guys to give me wisdom saving throws with advantage, please.
Is it weird that I'm kind of happy that I get to roll all the time right now?
Yes.
13.
13 fails.
Advantage.
Why do I have advantage?
Because I'm telling you.
Oh. Oh, there we go. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You shake your head and you're like, no God is greater than mine. And you...
My God, forgive me!
I doubted you!
And you just see like this acid just kind of melting this burning rock. Xerus, what did you get?
13.
13. Xerus is still, not only is he still moving towards it, but you see Roscoe spitting acid on this statue, and
I punch him.
no,
Please let me punch him.
no, I need you
Would I
to.
have been allowed to do anything during this time?
Yeah. I'll withhold what I was just about to say. What were the sane, level-headed people doing at this time?
Please speak up now or forever.
I would have, while Roscoe was spewing acid, tried to cast Charm Person at 2nd level on the 2 of them.
Okay. In that
is-
circumstance, what is the saving throw?
Wisdom.
Okay.
15. Roll that.
I'm gonna pass this one.
No, don't pass. Fail.
12.
Okay. So
So
Main's my
Xerus is
inspiration.
charmed. No,
the statue tells you to use your inspiration. No, I'm just kidding. You do fail. He's charmed by you. That doesn't mean that he does exactly what you say. What are you telling him to do?
You're very charming, Thalner, but I love this fire!
stand still. Be still, like a calm flame.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's gonna be extremely hard to pass Thalner's persuasion check in this moment. Like, you would have to roll a natural 20.
Am I rolling persuasion?
That's what this is. When you charm person, they regard you as a close, intimate friend.
A friendly acquaintance.
Friendly acquaintance, and it's an advantage on a persuasion check. It would be very difficult to beat Thalner. Go ahead, Thalner, go ahead and roll a persuasion check at advantage.
Evil Cirrus accepts the challenge.
At advantage?
Yes.
Zorus.
With a Z.
With an S.
Or with an X, that's what I meant to say.
With an X. This is Kingdom Hearts.
This is
24.
Dark Cirrus, who actually was
Yeah,
Cirrus the whole time.
you're going to. So this is technically insight. No.
Okay.
In this,
Zorus wiggles like a flame. Calmly.
precisely. So Xerus has stopped moving. You have successfully prevented him who was about to cast another spell on Roscoe. His hands stop. The spell fades in the air.
Just be calm. It will pass.
You guys hear echoing from behind you. It's been 10 minutes.
10 minutes, damn.
And you just see Salvo getting pulled by the waist from behind.
Oh, you were holding someone's hand.
As I'm being pulled, because
Yes.
I haven't done anything yet,
Correct.
I would like to use a classic, but I haven't tried it yet. Crossbow
Okay.
at the statue.
Okay.
Right in the face.
Roll the hit. It is piercing damage.
It also doesn't have one of those anymore.
Well, just shoot the statue.
Where
It's
its
fine.
face was.
Nope. Preferably where the rest of it is.
17.
Hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. Because it is piercing, it is halved.
6. So 3.
So 3, it had 2 hit points left. As the bolt, like you're being drugged from behind, you're like, wait. Fire a crossbow, sinks into this burning melted acid statue, and like the final holding thread of the structure crumbles as the bolt bounces off of it. And as the rest of this rock statue crumbles, the flame dissipates. And you are out. You are fully within your headspace now, except you're charmed by
So my eyes turn my lovely shade of lavender again as I stand there calmly, wiggling ever so slightly like a calm flame.
Yes, we're all friends here.
I'm like over Salvo, like waiting for her to.
She's still getting drugged.
I know.
Like her heels are like dug into the dirt and like getting drugged behind.
Because I saw him attack it and he freaking got mind controlled, and I'm like just waiting for her. So
I look at you and I say, I'm well within my faculties, JJ.
Oh.
But thank you for the concern.
What the fuck are we getting ourselves into? I don't.
I think what we got ourselves out of. I untie the rope and I walk back to Stack and like, it's okay to come now, please. Thank you.
Okay. And he just follows you back. Cool.
I slap Xerus in the face.
You slap him. He's no longer charmed by you.
What's going on with that?
Yeah. Until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. So I just, wow, wake up!
But he's charmed. Did he consider that harmful?
What?
No. No. Xerus, you are fully within your faculties, as Salvo has eloquently.
You are
put.
aware that I charmed you.
Yes, you are also aware of that.
Nice moves.
That's what I say, by the way.
Just
nothing. Just staring.
I feel like I've lost spell slots.
I want to go investigate these jerky bodies.
I'm chasing the skulls!
I activate my cannon until everyone has 13 temporary hit points.
Whoa.
Correct.
Wait, but I have to give up the 9?
yeah.
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay.
13.
Roscoe, give me an investigation check. You guys see Thalner heading off. Are you taking the left tunnel?
Left.
Or taking the left tunnel.
Sure.
Okay. Gotcha.
8.
8. They dried and jerky. Like there's like maybe what looked like a dragonborn, kind of like what looked like a halfling, maybe a human. It's about what you see.
Is the statue completely out of fire?
Yeah, there's no more fire. In fact, this room is now extremely dark. You
Well,
can't.
then I light a torch and I follow my friends.
Okay. Gotcha.
Would you like a glow ring?
I still have that. I
Oh,
guess.
perfect. Yeah, unless
Unless there's a time limit on that, because I had that last session. when I was swimming.
I think the last.
Is it an infusion or the light cantrip?
Magical tinkering. Neither.
Last an hour?
It's. I think I can just. It lasts indefinitely until I make 5 more.
It's just a limit.
Yep, I just can only make up to 5 at a time, and then the oldest one disappears when I stop doing it.
So yeah, I got a sweet ass light ring.
Okay. Yeah. No. You guys can barely see in here, especially with like the memory of the room of the shape of the room. You guys can barely see in here with a few baubles of dim light that were previously lit by Salvo. Thauner, you continue rushing towards the left side tunnel. You get into it, and basically it kind of just winds down in an arc to the right, and it enters a small antechamber. And as you kind of enter the other side, you see a very dark, shadowy other open doorway. You imagine that these two tunnels just kind of reconvened into the same spot. Within this room, it looks. Remind me, do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay. It looks like a barracks. There are rows of beds with like foot lockers and some hammocks hanging from what appear to be of dwarven make. You would know of dwarven make, like pillars. Like this room once belonged to very fine dwarven masons, but has now been turned into a rigshaw barracks. And there are cut up and emaciated bodies just kind of spilled everywhere, all of them wearing chromatic spiral masks. You do actually see a few other bodies not wearing chromatic spiral masks. They have the shape and visage of the crafted that you had seen above in the city.
Okay.
Now,
We're getting warmer.
furthermore, you continue looking down the rows and rows of the columns of the dwarven structures, and it kind of opens up into a larger antechamber. And a few 100 feet away, you see a few bobbing green glows.
You go there.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
I would have wanted to probably go on the right.
Okay.
I will try and keep us together.
Okay.
I would have gone down whichever one had the lower pitched voice one go down.
It went down the right side. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm following.
I'm gonna
The
close.
light source.
I'm gonna close my eyes and do a. I guess it would be a religion check, and or I guess an insight check. Or no, it would be religion to speak out to Smargard, and say, what is this? Are we not ready for this?
This should fall under your draconic intuition, which is
Okay.
just the flavored reskinning of the gambler feat or background. You reach out and tap into your own self, like touching your chest. Your intuition is telling you that this is important.
Zugi or Zugi?
Zugi, at this time,
Zugi.
by the time like you open your eyes, like you hear a fluttering and a few squeaks, and like there's a light pressure on your head, and then like you see.
I telepathically say, it's gonna take too long for me to control you, so I'm just tug on my hairs like Ratatouille.
I've got a couple questions.
Yeah.
Why would you control me?
I give you berries so that you can lend me your senses so I can see and navigate.
But that's helping.
Yeah, you get berries, you help out.
Okay. What's ratatouille?
Don't worry about that now.
Delicious stir-fried dish.
Okay. And he just starts randomly tugging on your hair.
I'll say, lead me to where our friends went.
Oh, well, you're just gonna keep going that way for a second.
Just take a couple steps. It takes a little while. You do stumble over a few things, but he does guide you through the rest of this area. For those of you that went down the right side, you come down to an area in which you see the same thing that I had described to Thalner. Like these two tunnels had reconnected into this other antechamber, turned into barracks with a bunch of bodies strewn everywhere. Those of you that can see in the dark can see Thalner continue to scurry forward, and far in the distance, two green blips of light just bobbing through the air.
Is there anyone that went to the left side?
It was Thalner.
I thought you just said right.
Thalner had went left. Basically, the rest of you had gone right.
I would not have let Thalner go by himself.
Yeah, Roscoe was following
I was
me.
still kind of holding Xerxes' hand.
We dropped that because that was for the statue.
So I would have gone with Thalner.
Okay, so you and Thalner are now running in tandem together. Thalner seems to have a very good sight and bearing of what's going on here, and you're kind of like relying on this dull light of the ring to like not trip over dead bodies in front of you. You guys enter this large antechamber, and it's a octahedral shape of walkways that kind of converge into a center point. And looking a cursory glance below you, there seem to be baskets on pulleys that go upwards and downwards, and looking even farther below, just kind of rickshaw, stone, and woodwork walkways. Leon, as you continue forward and you catch up with everyone, Zugi kind of describes the space to you, and you immediately intuitively know this to be a mining space. The bobbing of lights continue forward, and as the rest of you catch up within this centralized plats, there is a massive stone doorway. On this doorway, you see an image of a balancing scale with 3 fulcrums. One fulcrum has a shimmering sheen to it. The other one has glittering, phosphorescent, multicolored lights to it. And the other one is a consistent, swirling spiral of color. And as you guys get near enough, these 2 orbs that were like kind of bouncing up and down and checking it, they turn around and they look at you guys. Hey, nobody's in there. The door's not open.
Yeah.
We said they could have come through the back wall. Of course the door's not going to be open. They're sneaky as hell.
There's no back wall here. It's just a door.
No, I mean like, dude, a vault's a box, right?
Right.
So the door's closed, but the back door, the back wall of the box is broken open.
If they dug down and in.
I like gestured all the mining tunnels where they've been digging. I'm like, they can dig through rock.
I prestidigitation a small box and poke my finger through the opposite side to show them.
Okay.
Diagram.
With Thalner's help, Roscoe, give me a deception check at advantage.
I rolled 2 15s. It's a 19 on deception.
Okay. They also have advantage on that roll.
Well, they did worse than me. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. You can stop rolling.
That's a natural 20. And as they look at you and say, "You were just trying to steal our vault!" And like 2 beams of light appear in front of their eyes.
Oh, fuck. I should inspiration.
You said there was a noise in there.
The other one, who already, the lower voice one, who has already protruded like this other beam of light, reminiscent of when Fireball happened. They're both activating this. We shot there with people in there, and you're just trying to lead us there.
What?
Yo, man, just keep the door closed. Let us go on. You can open it when we're lit, when we've gone.
How do I know you are not going to tell other people about
Everyone
our
hates
vault?
me. No one listens to me. I'm an asshole.
You are no.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah, I got no friends, man. No one can listen to me.
We're supposed to protect the vault.
As
So
the
keep it
orb gets
closed.
wider and wider, and the other one says, "If we let you leave, then we're not protecting it."
If you let us leave, we'll tell everyone what a horrifying spectacle it is down here, and that it's so haunted and scary, no one should ever come down here forever, and they'll seal it off.
Or why don't we also protect it? We're protecting our own vault. We want to protect this one too. Let us help you protect it. No one will ever come down here again like these chromatic spiral. This tunnel system will cease to exist to the entire city to above. They will never know that it was here. And this vault will remain hidden. Let us help guard it.
I have an NDA just for this type of situation.
You may give me a persuasion check. Due to circumstances, it's pretty high DC. It's going to be hard for you to fail it, but it's possible.
Even with the box diagram.
Even with the box diagram, correct.
They did say there
I
was
don't know why
a,
I'm rolling 2 dice.
I don't know.
they did say there was a cracking sound in there, right?
They did.
As this conversation's happening, can I reach down and feel the dirt between my fingers and, well, let's continue. I was gonna say, can I tell what type of materials mined here?
Give me a nature check. Thalner, what's the result of your spec check?
21.
Okay. DC was 20. It's hard to not persuade or dissuade people with an eloquence bard in the group.
Correction. It was actually a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. 20 was the DC here. It is within the realm of possibility, and you pass. The other one says, "Hey, well, don't tell people it's bad and nobody come, then we protect it better." And the other one's like, "Oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense a bit." And as they're like kind of, these two skulls, which you guys are now starting to, having been close enough to them and observing from them for a while, especially watching Thalner talking to them, these are two skulls of kobolds. Just the larger one being a little bit, the deeper voice one just being a little bit larger. And as they continue bickering and talking to each other, what did you get on your nature check?
I got an 8.
8. Gritty. Metallic. There's ore in these mines. And as they continue to discuss further, eventually the higher pitched one goes, "All right, well, supposing you guys leave and tell everybody there's, a big scary monster down here, and nobody should ever come down here, and it helps us protect the place. What do we have to guarantee your promise?" "Yeah, what did you promise?
I mean, you guys are big scary monsters.
Yeah.
I pull out a copy of our NDA that we made when I made y'all conscripted into as a research assistant. I'm like, I can modify a few words here, change this. Here's a contract presenting that we will not disclose the contents of the vault or mention anything, and will include a clause causing us to reference everything that you just discussed.
And basically, if we violate that, our life is over. Like getting our soul sucked out of us.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of similar, right?
Well, before we forge a contract for our souls, we can't guarantee to protect something that we don't know is currently protected. As JJ was saying, you heard a noise from within the vault. Shouldn't that be investigated?
We'll investigate it on our own time. We don't trust you to investigate it.
I totally understand, but if you want
We're
to...
supposed to keep the vault closed.
Can I telepathically flash an image of them letting us into the vault and us like happily with them?
You do that, and the higher pitched one just like gets right up in your face.
You talked to Miss Brain Skull again. I ate your soul.
right.
We're eating shows now.
Man, we'll move on.
hungry.
You said there was like a deeper part of this mine where those spiral guys were hanging out. Can you at least show us where that is before we leave?
It's all over. You just look around. It's all over here.
I don't know.
It's just on the edges. You can see him down there sometimes.
We can just hang out up at the top while you look at it.
Let us know.
Are there any like other side tunnels that seem like they go, I don't know, even offshoot behind the vault?
Just the one that goes south away from the vault.
Why are you telling him this?
Well, it's just asking.
Don't speak anymore.
Well, let's go check south, make sure it's all clear. I mean, you don't want no guys hiding back there to come out when we leave.
What you go and where you go is your prerogative as long as it's away from our vault.
Yeah, what they said.
So how about we go away around the corner, right over there. You look in the vault and make sure everything is secure, and then we can give our word to protect it as long as we know it's currently.
We don't open the vault around strangers.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying we go around the corner.
That's still in the area.
How far do you want us to go?
Leave the mountain. Leave the mines. Then we'll check it.
We'll leave. During this conversation, I would have liked to turn to Leon. Beast sense. And see if Zugi can tell us what is in that vault after we leave.
I sit down and
Obviously, I don't know his beast sense, but see if that bat can tell us
I sit down
what is in
and
that vault when we leave.
kind of try and pretend like I'm looking at the dirt and feeling the dirt, and I start the, I guess, ritual of
Okay.
beast sense. I don't know what it
I
is.
can buy you 10
or-
minutes.
I mean, theoretically, with time and wibbly wobbly and as much like persuasion deception has been going on here, you guys as a team get the sense that they have been persuaded to not murder all of you outright, but are still following their codes.
Designation.
Their designation, if you will. Stack's like, I understand how they feel. And during this time, you guys would have spoken to each other in that moment. Zugi, at a certain point, you do pop off the beast sense, and it is very strange, Leon. You've beast sensed into birds and fish and brush animals. This is the first time you've beast sensed into a bat. And at first, you just have a strong smell. Burnt herbs, leaves, singed fresh metal, parts of acid and gunpowder and the ozone of metallic arcane spells. And then you hear in your own ears for a second the squeaking of Zugi. And then you see a rippling wave of light that bounces back and reverberates back towards you. You can now begin to see blind sense in a very far distance. You see everyone. You see all your friends. You see these two strange floating skulls. You don't see the energy around them, the skulls themselves. You see this vault, but not necessarily the detail on it. And then Zugi's like,
It's kind of nice in here.
Zugi. And then I tell Zugi the plan. I say, I'm just watching what you watch, but you're gonna fly off my head, and we're gonna leave. And then when they open the vault, I need you to sneakily get in the vault and just stay in there for a little bit and look around, and then come back out, and I will give you a bunch of berries, and then I'll go buy some more for later.
Okay, I like berries.
So right when Zugi says, okay, I grab some dirt and throw a little bit in my eyes, and I go, oh, my eyes, can someone help me Because me as a person.
I got you, buddy.
Jack, you're just like,
your arm on
the
my
fuck is
shoulder.
this guy doing? You know he's bullshitting.
Am I able to investigate the spiral and the two other things without drawing suspicion?
For more or less, as long as you don't appear to try to be opening this door, there's a lot of conversation happening with like these floating skull things. But their objective is to protect this vault door, and if you're just silently observing it, they're not necessarily like one of them. What you doing? And then the other one's like, why are you appreciating the craftsmanship? And you mostly just ignore them. Like they don't actually bother you from that point.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you could roll an investigation on the door.
I'd love to.
Meanwhile, as Xeris, you observe this behavior. You're observing these skulls, and you're trying to make sense of what seems extremely senseless compared to Drake Haven itself. You see Salvo giving an inquisitive mind in her search. Maybe it has to do with the statue. Maybe it has to do with your seeking of knowledge and things unknown. But you too get that inquisitive itch. And I would like, if you would like, to also roll an investigation. However, Xeris will be doing so at advantage, whereas Salvo, it's a flat roll.
There we go, Sunspell. That is a natural 20.
Okay.
For a total of-
Double inspiration.
So that will be.
Oh no, you gave me an
investigation. 27.
Okay.
Beats by 17.
Okay. Salvo, with a 17, the imagery of this balancing scales, like this is not just like a traditional like 2-scale balance, like there's a third point. And it's almost as if the rock itself has been enchanted, because extremely slowly, so slowly that the naked eye can barely perceive it, it's almost as if the shaped edifices are rotating on this rock itself. It's not a static image, it is seemingly wildly organic. You can tell that it is magical in its essence. However, how to open the door, you're uncertain of. Now, with a 27, Xeris has a whisper. Ooh. Okay.
Well, please, everyone, don't stay.
And you
stay quiet.
You also hear like, oh, you guys don't do it.
You hear the thing.
You guys are enjoying.
That was like really jarring for people listening. Oh man.
I'm just like.
Someday I will also have a secret.
Got a secret. You just gotta have an epiphany or roll a nat 20 on an investigate.
I roll
Just will it.
higher than 20 on
Hey,
a lot of things,
you,
just not
You
investigate.
made someone throw up.
Oh yeah, I did.
That was kind of a secret. Secret throw up.
Yep.
Secret.
My secret made someone throw up.
Yeah, back alley secret. There.
I threw up in an alley once.
Once.
I mean, like.
I mean, also more than once.
Yeah,
but also
more, I mean, like.
Once is
once is not a
included
lie.
under that umbrella.
At least once.
For me.
I'm just rolling dice because I.
What were on these scales though, exactly?
So there's nothing physical on the scales themselves.
Right.
It just seems to be somewhat of an essence. Like whenever you see someone casting a spell, there is like a discoloration of magic and energy. It's similar to that. The scales themselves, like the baskets, are carved into the stone, and as you had observed, like are organically slowly rotating on this wall itself. The energy that you see, and even with the 17 investigation, Salvo's keen eye notices that the stark difference here is metallic sheen brilliant color and glittering gem-like essence.
Sure.
So this magic, not dissimilar to when you see someone casting a spell, is resting within these baskets on the image of the scales on the vault itself.
Gotcha.
Are y'all allowed to tell us who assigned you to this designation?
You know, I don't rightfully know. And the other one goes like, let me think real long and real hard.
Because we're kind of working for him now, too. Just, we may know him, maybe not. It feels a long time ago.
You're working for the people that bring us here?
Yep.
Well, if we're going to be spreading the tales of the scary creatures down here and trying protecting it, we might nice to know who the boss is. If you're allowed to tell us that, then no.
I'm just going to go ahead and let stand that you guys have been very successfully passing your persuasion deception checks here. I'm not going to call another check unless you do something outside of the lines of questioning that you guys have been heading down. This still fits in that confines. What I will say is that the higher pitched voice one goes, yeah, I know exactly. I know exactly too. Wait, wouldn't it, no? Wait, wasn't it they're kind of like looking at each other and conversing for a second, and then one goes, oh, right, like the...
Cue existential crisis.
No, they both like, their jaws, which were, when floating through the air, are relatively at an 180-degree angle, and as they're thinking, they're just kind of like tilted towards the ground. And then they'll look up at each other, oh, and they'll look up at each other, and they'll be like, oh. And then the lower pitched voice goes, I don't really remember. No, we remember just fine. We can't tell you as part of not opening the door. We can't tell. Oh, right, yeah, we can't tell you.
There's a roll for that.
I don't believe you're telling the truth, but that's...
Your passive insight in the moment where they say that they just simply can't tell you, they're making that up not to look dumb.
Yeah.
During this process, I would like... This might be stupid.
Of course it is. Do it.
I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts.
Oh, they don't like that.
On which one? I mean, so Detect Thoughts will kind of observe the room within a certain distance.
Yeah, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures.
Okay. And you're expending this will towards these two, correct?
And I'm going to kind of hone my focus onto whichever one seems to almost grasp a memory more realistically.
The one that seems to have the better memory of the two, just from surface thoughts, is the lower voiced one.
Of course. Would not have guessed that.
I almost said the lower voiced one.
Yeah. So the best of which you can detect skimming the surface thoughts of this one, as they're trying to remember, it is that foggy fishbowl haze of a dream, of a memory, and you see a small glittering blue kobold. Not the same glittering blue that you're familiar with, a deeper, richer blue. And you kind of see it timidly holding its hands together and looking up, and then you see a large, imposing red figure, and as soon as that camera zoom gets larger and larger to the point where you might see something, that image is gone. And that's when it goes, I think I remember, and then the conversation ensues that, yeah, no, we remember just fine. We remember, we're not supposed to tell anyone. And as the other one is saying that, you see a small, like yellowish amber kobold. And in this moment, it's kind of just rocking away as if swaying a little bit. and then it looks up towards the sky, and you think you see the moon, and then the image goes away again.
I'm not sure if you do remember.
No, I remember just fine.
I feel like, I mean, this thing's been here a long time, it looks like.
And it's been here for thousands and thousands. We've protected it for thousands.
Y'all done a right good job so far.
We did a great job until all the weird people were here.
So it must be some sort of ancient being. It gotta be pretty powerful to do all
That's
this.
right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why we're protecting it. Yeah.
Right, because they're powerful.
I believe that.
So how would you know if this guy showed up to check on it if you don't remember?
But we just protect it. That's it.
I mean, like, why would you protect it unless someone wanted to use it at some point?
The people want to use it all the time. People come looking all the time, and we burn them, and we
Eat those souls.
Talking about the guy who owns the stuff. You know, what if he came back and you didn't recognize him?
Well, we'd recognize it.
We recognize
Yeah,
you.
because you knew what he looked like.
Yeah. You could tell they're bullshit.
like your passive insight is like 18. Like they're just trying to cover their tracks. Right
How
now.
would you feel if something did get inside the vault?
Well, then we'd have to
Kind
kill
of
him.
still mesmerized by it.
We'd have to kill him.
Nobody got in the vault.
So what do you think made the sound?
I think it was tectonic plates shuffling around.
Yeah, like big rocks and stuff.
So Roscoe's real confident that someone busted into the back of his vault. So I don't know whether I would think that south tunnel or going back and going underneath would lead, but I want to try and see if I can like go down one of the, like maybe the south tunnel and see like, is there like a break-in opening from the side? I'm curious if I can find where they penetrated the back of this vault.
About how long are you taking to explore the...
Easily 10, 15 minutes. I feel like these guys are talking for a long time and I slipped away at the beginning because I haven't been talking.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
After casting detect thoughts during this conversation and noticing Roscoe leave, I would have eventually followed with Leon and decided to leave. And kind of given to everybody else.
I'm gonna use
A
a
little head nod, like let's get out of here.
I'm gonna use a lucky.
Okay.
Wait,
You're stealthing away from
I have
your team in the
inspiration. I'm
skulls.
using inspiration.
Okay. The rest of you guys get the sense that Thalner is trying to beckon you away from these weird skull thingies.
18 on stealth.
18. You get away. The skulls do not notice your leaving. It's only really Jack that still kind of hears off in the distance the pitter patter of bare feet on stone.
I want to ritually cast augury.
Okay. And I'd assume that by the time that you started casting that was right about the time of the investigation. Okay. This activates more or less right now as people are leaving. Now, please read the spell augury for me.
By casting gem inlaid sticks. I don't have the materials for this. Sorry.
You don't? Okay. Got it. So, for the rest of you, Roscoe has more or less scampered off.
Could I say... so there's the components for it. Could I maybe just use a certain set of gems?
Yeah, if you have them in your inventory, yes.
Did we actually divvy out those gemstones?
I believe we do.
Okay. Well, then I ask, roughly when we were all together, to borrow them for a moment.
Why?
Trust me.
Am I gonna get it back?
Yes, of course. I'm just going to borrow them for a moment.
Sure. I don't even know what color I have. There you go.
You're not gonna like eat it
No,
up or
there's
nothing.
no funny bit. Come on, it's Xeris, guys. When have I stolen and kept your belongings?
How long do you need it?
about 11 minutes.
You hold a brilliant star sapphire in your hand.
Awesome.
I'm gonna give you mine.
Thank you.
Man, I want this bag.
I don't intend to keep it.
All right, I give him a topaz.
Okay.
Same.
Moonstone.
How many do you need?
Everyone's.
Then here you go.
Salo, you had a diamond.
I had the diamond.
Girl.
Nice.
Girl got to die.
Leon. Yeah.
Leon hands you an emerald. Begrudgingly.
And what was Jack's?
It was a sapphire.
Oh, no. Oh, Moonstone, obviously. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, anyways, by casting gems, I guess because it says employing some other divine tool, you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
Sure.
The
Like
GM
Doctor
chooses
Strange.
the following: wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and will for both good and bad results, nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad. The spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion. If you cast the spell 2 or more times before completing your next long rest, there's a cumulative 25% chance for each casting after the first that you get a random reading. The DM makes this roll a secret.
Man, you just said a lot of words, and I did not follow most of them.
Basically, I am gonna use my version of the draconic instinct that he's able to
He's
do.
gonna magically ask a
the
divine being
Yeah.
the results of an outcome.
You know, we've made a toy like this back on Aetherrock. It was a black ball with a
With the infinity symbol on it.
And an
Yeah.
8 symbol on one side, an infinity symbol on the
What
side.
is the course of what is the specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes?
When everyone parts, casting invisibility on myself and trying to sneak into this vault.
Okay, give me just a second. As the DM loading screen happens here, hold on. It's been a while since I've been there. Divination spells, y'all. Divination spells.
They are divine.
They are quite divine.
Well,
You can't
DM
honk
is
it, I don't
doing
like
that.
it.
I telepathically, individually, one at a time, give a brief, I can see through my bat. He's gonna wait and then go into the vault when we leave. Just so you guys know.
You don't know that.
What?
Well,
Were you telling Leon that?
No, he's talking about his plan with the bat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're telling everybody this telepathically.
Individually, yeah.
As you're communing this spell and you're waiting for a response, you hear Leon say that, which you can speak back to Leon when he says that.
Okay.
Also, with you said my echo, is it sonar or what do we want to call it?
Echolocation.
Echolocation. That's what I was gonna say. Originally, but then I didn't say it.
Oh yeah, blindside's cool.
yeah.
You said it goes far. How far does it go?
Give me just a second. I am now triple buffering.
And now we're making you do calculations on calculations.
Yeah, calculation on calculations. 60 feet. Your blind
60
sight is up to 60 feet.
And that's like 360.
Yes.
In that 60 feet between the tunnels around this vault, does the surface look like it's been penetrated at all towards the vault?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Okay, so the outcome of your wheel and woe, or of your wheel and woe, nothing. So as the spell reads, you only really get a possible omen. It only tells you a fraction I will go slightly further with it. As you begin casting the spell, these gem-like dragon hearts that are now whirling around in your hand in a carousel. The purple one rises slightly higher, and all the rest sink. The purple one gets a little bit brighter while the rest get duller and duller and duller. And you get the sense in your mind, weal and woe. Both good can come of this, and bad.
You butthole.
I take the other one. The other mouth looking at my purple one. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
And you guys are watching all of this. He's kind of just...
I'm not.
Roscoe, except for Roscoe. Roscoe, you've gotten to a point where you're pretty sure you figured out how to operate the pulley winches for these caskets, which seem to raise you above and below different layers of the mining area.
Okay, so I give everyone their gems back.
Roscoe's missing.
And I'll hold on to Roscoe's one. And then, where'd Roscoe go? Oh,
I'm going there. Where Roscoe went. And I'm kind of continuing having some vision in this dark area of like where Roscoe, the direction he would have gone in, though I don't know exactly where, with a little blind Leon
In tandem.
in tow.
Yeah, I'll say with enough communication, which you guys very much do have, you guys can more or less keep track of Roscoe without actually keeping eyes on him. You do see him kind of fiddling with some of the winches that raise and lower everybody within the mines. As you guys are leaving, the two skulls go, don't forget to tell everybody to not come down here. It's scary.
Yeah, tell them to not come down here, and you almost died. Yeah, and tell them if they come down here, they'll die.
Yeah, we'll eat their souls.
you may be able to catch a few more souls, if you will, that come falling out of that waterfall by where we met you.
Yeah, sometimes we eat them, and sometimes they leave us alone.
Yeah, sometimes.
We did, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna attempt this. We did hear that some more were going to be coming down soon.
Where they coming?
When they coming? Who?
I don't know, more of the chromatic spiral.
Oh, they're the swirly face people.
Yes.
Why are they coming here? They're going to get eaten.
I don't think they know that. If we can warn them, we will, but maybe you can catch some souls.
Give me a deception check.
Definitely.
They are hungry.
You really like souls. 18?
Oh, I can't wait till they come down here.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm real hungry. Tell them to come. Tell those to come down here.
Yeah, tell those to come down here. I'll eat those souls.
I'll tell as many as I can of the chromatic, of the swirly faces.
That sounds great.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Are we leaving now?
I'm gone.
I have a plan, guys, as I kind of like...
Everybody ushers out. You guys make it back to the room where that dragon statue had been, and by this time, like, y'all had heard the bickering and arguing of the two skulls far behind you. They did not leave their station in front of the store. You get the sense more or less that you're in private as far as discussion goes.
I plop Leon down on the floor and say,
Zugi is going to look into that vault as soon as they open it, and Leon will be able to tell us vaguely what's in there.
I can see a lot.
Are they going real quick? Are they going to
Vaguely.
open the vault?
You don't know.
On vaguely, fingers crossed.
I don't think they're going to be able to open the vault. But I will go because I think I can.
I also think it's entirely possible it would be for the best if the vault didn't open. If they can't open it, we may not want to. Think of what seal is on the front of it. A balanced scale of 3 seals. So what might be behind it? Now, while JJ was asking him who had sent them to watch this door to make sure that it stayed closed and never opened, I could see vague, brief, broken memories of 2 different kobolds, of blue scale and of more yellowish tan scale. One speaking with seemingly a red dragon in service of, and the other observing what was going on, but these 2 were given the instruction in life and into death to keep this door closed for a reason, but they may have been in service of a red dragon.
Tiamat.
Do you know if it's red or ruby?
It was really hard to tell. It was a very faded memory of theirs. Well, I mean, you could tell they were lying, right? They had no idea why they were here. They have no clue what they're guarding, or why they're guarding it, or who asked them to guard it.
But if the chromatic spiral has it, it's not good either. I don't imagine that this town would be built, I mean, this is all new to me, but would be built upon something that necessarily inherently evil,
Unless...
but it could be protecting it too.
So, those rooms that we traveled through going down to that door were of dwarven make.
Right.
The dwarves that forged this city did so to prevent draconic involvement, to protect themselves and their endeavors in mining into this mountain from the influence of dragons.
They also performed the dragon's mood.
They may have created this vault to contain something.
It's an amazing speech. Unfortunately, Roscoe's not there to hear it. So I'm still scampering through tunnels, I hope, looking for the back way into what I assume is an already penetrated vault.
We're going to take a pause on the latter half of you guys, and we're now going to focus on Roscoe for a moment. Roscoe.
All right, yeah.
Roscoe, you have been obviously going deeper into this mine. You came from above. Dwarves dig deep. You know this.
Sometimes too deep is what my grandfather told me.
That is what your grandfather told you. And you have set the winch to lower. Most of you were unaware, knowing that Roscoe had disappeared from the group. Some of you hearing the mechanical winches of these ropes lowering and lowering and lowering. How far do you go?
So my curiosity is split between wanting to see how far they went and also still trying to find a way that would perhaps lead to the back of this vault. So probably not all the way, although honestly, Roscoe does want to see what's at the bottom. But I'm more interested in a path that maybe would lead to the back of this vault.
Every 20 feet, the descending elevator-like winch stops at a floor, and you have to prompt it to continue to go lower. Each time there are fingers of jutting walkways that this elevator stops at. You don't see, especially with just your little
I can light a
ring
natural
light.
torch now that I'm away from those
Okay,
things.
lighting a natural torch. You can barely see about 60 to 80 feet around you. And as much as you can see, even with like some spattering speckled dots of bioluminescent mushrooms hanging about the walls, as far as you can tell, they dug very deep. In fact, you get so curious that you take the torch that you had and you throw it off the side and you watch it fall and you watch it fall and you watch it fall, and it becomes a tiny, nearly imperceptible blip of light as it continues to fall. And just when you think that it gets snuffed out, you hear a rumbling sound. And then silence.
Awesome. First off. Secondly, as I'm going floor to floor, I want to look to see if there's any indications of like recent movement. Like,
okay. Are you stopping like the current floor that you're on? Basically.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from here, dust, rubble, decay.
Footprints.
You don't see any. You lower a few, It gets more and more ancient, You rise, you go back up to higher levels. Give me a investigation check. Ziggy's still flying around.
I'm gonna lucky this.
Is that the last lucky?
No,
I
he's
got
been
one
using
more.
a lot of inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Halflings, man.
You can use it another one if you want, I think.
No, I can't. I got it. I believe. Yeah, an additional d20. So my best, that was an 8.
With an 8, it's very dark and dim, and as you begin to rise up higher and higher, you can still kind of hear the bickering echoing off the cavernous walls of these two skulls. You no longer hear your friends. You don't see anything indicative of recent traffic.
Do I feel any? So now okay. I don't see any traffic. Is there a breeze, or like? Is there one level where the tunnel actually shoots off towards where I believe
the southern direction?
Via, like, instead of here, or this
Sure.
This one goes this way, this one goes straight at it.
Roscoe is gone for a long time, guys.
Like
A long time. We basically catch up to the point where, as Roscoe is now searching, this is where you guys are all standing there and saying, he's still not back yet. It's been about 10-15 minutes while you're in this broken statue-esque room. More or less, you are walking along the scaffolding of this mine, trying to make sense of the direction of it. From where you are in the pulleys, there is no southern connective point. These elevative machinations do not lead to a point that leads south. Everything is north. And interestingly enough, you, in your mind as a sailor and how directions go, Drakehaven is very far northeast from where you stand right now. So farther south is following this mountain ridge nearly towards the Gulf in the southern part of Levancia. The fact that there is no connective point here, you'd imagine it has to be somewhere else, or there's something that you're missing. In this moment, you hear once more that rumbling sound. and you kind of look down over the edge, like about to take the winch further below, and you look down, and it's almost as if the darkness is getting darker. Where there was a regular darkness, it's now in, no, I'm just kidding. A flat, deepened darkness that is enveloping in clouds and rising up below you.
Stories my grandfather told me as a child are like freaking me the fuck out now. Mm-hmm. And I go up.
Yep.
At about this 10-15 minute mark, and we didn't see where Roscoe had gone and haven't seen him reappear, I'm gonna point back towards the direction that we had come from, back down those paths, and cast message
Okay.
to speak with Roscoe.
You're good.
Am I within range?
Yep.
Yeah? Hell yeah. Roscoe, god damn it, are you actually dead this time?
No, man, but I might be. I'm coming back quick.
Where are you? Can we help?
No, stay where you are. I'm coming to you, man. Just don't go down.
Roscoe says, don't go down.
That is unfamiliar for Roscoe's vernacular.
I think that means danger, Stack.
Oh,
Danger Roscoe's afraid of.
danger Roscoe is afraid of. Roscoe's not afraid of anything.
I'll try and find him.
Love you, man.
An empty bottle, maybe.
You guys, you guys are all talking about that. Leon, what were you about to say?
Oh, I said
Hard to be afraid of what you
I'll
do.
try and find him and have a... I guess I can't telepathically talk to Zugi, huh? He's kinda
No, you're just observing.
Yeah.
And from this point, I'm going to go ahead and give you a whisper of what you did see.
And actually, technically, I don't think Leon would be able to hear anything I'm saying right now.
No.
Yeah,
no.
your senses
Oh,
are consumed
that's-
by
Yep.
what Zugi
So,
You're basically
as
Living
Roscoe
corpse.
is reascending,
Carry
and you
on.
guys are all having this discussion, I'm going to give Leon a whisper.
Yay, my first whisper.
He's just doing that because you want to whisper so bad.
Is that what it is?
He's gonna go over like, Suki doesn't see anything.
Yeah.
Whisper, whisper, whisper.
Zooby, zooby, zoo. That's all I can think of when I hear Zugi. Zooby, zooby, zoo.
What's that?
Yeah, you lost
It's a
me.
TikTok video. I don't know. It's like a TikTok sound.
That's one of those phone things.
one of those phone things.
I know the iPhone.
It's like an elevator music. Waiting down tone.
I think his beast sense, if I recall, I think he can talk. He just can't hear or see.
Yeah.
Well, that's not very helpful.
Vision and hearing are consumed by the beast that he
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's still whispering.
Yeah.
So he can-
Well, it's
he
'cause
can
a lot of words
speak.
for this mind's empty.
Yeah.
I can like kind of hear like
Mine's up.
noise, and it's making me even more mad.
Oh,
Now
really?
he knows we're talking about this whispering, so now he's definitely whispering. Just
Something really interesting is happening.
You're an explosion.
Allowed to know.
My ear is moist.
Trying to like whisper, he was like,
Sorry,
A
y'all.
lot. Okay.
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 I mean, you were sensing through Zugi's eyes for like almost an hour.
Yeah.
You are allowed to talk,
Jeez.
by the way, while you're beasting.
Oh, okay.
I think you can.
So you can talk, you can't
just can't
hear.
see or hear. So
Okay.
like, for all you know, your body could just be in the enemy's hands, and you're like, all right, I'm in there. What's happening?
Everything.
Play by play.
Oh wait, I see my body.
Oh.
And there.
Oh,
no.
Oh. Roscoe begins running back towards the rest of the group as the elevator hits the walking place. The rest of you are now heading back towards the general area of Roscoe.
Oh shit, guys. Sorry, you're about to speak.
No, I'm trying to think of what to say, so keep going.
Man, first off, they like when people talk about going deep. I mean, they say they're going deep, but they fucking went there like all the way down.
Where did you go?
The pulleys, man. I was looking for different offshoots and caverns, you know, trying to steal the stuff that I said I wasn't gonna steal. And
I figured.
yeah, I mean, I didn't find it, but these dwarves, they went down, and I threw a torch, and I was like, and it was dark. I mean, of course it was dark, but It got darker. Darker than dark. And darker than even that. And it started coming up.
It still is.
What was coming up?
Roscoe.
I mean, like, I threw some shit, but I think we should keep going upwards now, please.
We might need to get off this mountain, get out of this mountain. Darkness is coming. Those
He's just saying this with his eyes closed.
They're like whited out. Darkness is coming. What?
Yeah, like remember those stairs from before where those guys came from? Those seem great. Like that's a great place for us. I'll see you guys there.
a
Yeah,
tall
it's right around the
woman
corner.
too,
What?
What?
from the west, coming over a bridge. Those ghost dragons don't know shit.
We knew that.
They don't even know how to open the vault, and Zugi can't get in. Physically can't get in.
I would. You can't hear us, so we just start dragging him up the stairs.
Does he have like a sense of touch? Like, can we like shake him?
Yeah, you guys start grabbing onto Leon. Leon, you feel your allies just like kind of grabbing onto you and starting to pull you.
I'm going to maintain beast sense.
He will wake up.
And I mean, I can't talk with Zugi. What I would ideally like to happen would be that Zugi kind of gives us a scout, but retreats with us. If that's what we're doing.
Like
if we are
stays more
retreating.
behind us than.
Well, you don't.
But I
don't
can't
know.
talk to Zugi until
You
he's
do
30
whatever you
feet.
think is the best thing for Zugi to do, or you do whatever you think. Cause
Zugi's
Zugi's doing
his
Zugi
own
things,
thing.
and you're getting drugged.
yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm
Yeah.
saying as Zugi.
Because you don't.
Okay.
You essentially don't know what's happening with all of us.
Yeah.
Unless Zugi is in range
Yeah.
of us.
Okay, so mentally you're asking Zugi to retreat.
Well, I can't.
Okay.
Unless
Well, I mean,
Zugi's
you are
30
Zugi.
feet within me. I'm just.
Okay.
It's like I'm sitting in screens with headphones on.
Yeah, you can't actually communicate with him.
It's like
But
watching Zugi.
in that state, you
really-
you can't like
Yeah.
telepathically.
Oh, I don't
communicate?
know. I'm
You're not
not.
controlling.
Yeah,
Zugi?
check on that for me.
That is a
That
good
is, that is
question.
going to be a defining factor here.
Come on, Zugi, get out of there. Beast
Echolocation
sense.
work on darkness.
It's blind sight.
I'm blinded and deafened to my surroundings.
So, yes.
You touch one of
But
the
does it
beasts.
work on the darkness?
You can use your action
Blind.
to see through
No,
the
like
beast's
the-
eyes.
Darkness.
Whatever that was.
What? You can use your
Assuming that's
action
not a
to
thing.
see through the beast's
Blind
eyes and
sight
hear what
has
it
nothing
hears.
to do with
Right, I'm not saying this is darkness. I'm saying
use
like
your action to
whatever the
return.
thing that
Is-
Yes,
Can benefits many special senses.
unless it's a
doesn't-
void.
So you cannot.
Say anything
It
about
sounds
You're
like
using your action to
you,
maintain that.
you gave
See.
him directive to observe and then return to you, correct?
Yeah, but just I didn't give a time frame.
No.
Okay, Zugi doesn't have a watch.
I'm
Yeah, I
going to
don't-
give
Whatever
Zugi
Zugi decides.
an intelligence check.
Okay.
He's got a -3.
Yeah, I would assume.
To be fair, he did see that he can't accomplish that objective.
That is true.
Public role?
This is a public role, and he did not accomplish the objective. He cannot
advantage.
find a way to accomplish the objective. He will roll at advantage.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh no, that doesn't count. Hello.
I'm okay with that now.
All right, Zugi, -3 on intelligence.
Zug, 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 zug.
But it sounds like you can go in and out of the.
Not the. Oh.
2 sevens.
That's a double 7.
I thought that was
He
too
found a
much.
berry.
So added together,
Damn
it's
it.
14 minus 3.
Plus 7.
You keep warging in and out of Zugi, talking to your friends, letting them know. The last thing that you see is that tall woman had made it towards the centered bridge, turned back, and looked in the direction of those 2 skulls. Move forward. ignoring them, and started walking in your direction. Your being the general term of where you guys are. Zugi continues flying around, and you see, as it gets closer and closer to this woman, covered in undulating waves of darkness, piercing red irises look up at Zugi, point, and beckon. Your beast sense goes away.
No! Zugi.
What happened to Zugi?
What just happened?
The woman has Zugi.
Woman.
The woman.
What woman?
What?
Queen of Darkness.
Ah, hard pass.
We're still dragging him up the
You're
stairs.
still dragging it. You guys have made it back out towards the cistern-like water area. What's up, Roscoe? You look like you were about to say
I was
something.
intrigued by the Queen of Darkness.
Okay. So you guys have made it. Dragging Leon. And from here, you guys hear rumbling throughout all of these caverns one more time, like rocks cracking and breaking.
Yeah, that's what I heard, man.
You guys hear rocks are falling into the water around you.
I have to do something.
Is it run up the stairs?
Yeah, I have to do that too. I was just thinking.
Yeah.
You guys do have to do that.
I too need to do that.
Right, Stack.
Can't you hold it, man?
We go up the stairs now.
You see Xerus is like maybe the most serious you've ever seen him. Like there's like a purpose. He's kind of like Leon, like I must do this. And he says, I'll be back. Hopefully.
I don't let Leon go by himself.
Xerus?
Good, because I do.
He said Leon, so it confused me.
Yeah.
And Roscoe.
So you don't let Xerus go by himself?
Correct.
Okay.
I need to do this alone. I need to.
Which way is he heading?
I cast invisibility. And then
To try and slap the air in the face.
Roll the hit with disadvantage, my friend.
The face of the air.
All right, you heard the man.
That's not like a 10. It might be good enough.
I was about to say it's not far, but
You just barely missed.
just barely missed.
Xerus, you feel a wafting of air just breeze past you as Roscoe like misses and then continues trying to swing. The rest of you are panicked, like kind of torn in this moment. And Xerus, you head back in that direction. As you walk into that small antechamber where the broken statue lied, a very tall, 8.5, 9-foot woman stands in between those two doorways where those two skulls had been. All you can see is shape of humanoid, wafting, undulating shadows swirling all around her, and two very large crimson eyes affix her gaze upon you. And you hear in your mind, quite a treat. A shard, a vessel, and a power all in one. And that's where we're going to end our session today.
Oh man!
That invisibility worked real well.
Like, almost.
We're real good with your homies here.
You think the Queen of Darkness is that to see?
I didn't realize she was right there.
When we're in the corner, it's like, oh.
The fuck?
Shadow Mommy, sorry. Shadow Mommy, sorry.
No.
I'm envisioning the woman from Resident Evil.
Oh no! We're stopping that train right there. I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching and playing in Scales of Fate today. Is there anything that you guys would like to say to our guest that isn't Shadow Mommy related?
I'm stressed. I guess it is though. So sorry.
Shadow Mommy, sorry.
Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
Comment on it. We'll see you all next
Tune in
Monday.
next time
To
for
your
Xerxes'
friends.
last episode.
Yeah, TPJ.
I'm okay if
TPZ.
Zuby.
Total player.
If I don't have Zuby again, I just hope he's okay.
It's a girl, and
It was jerky.
Zugi
It is a girl?
was last seen.
It was a boy.
Zugi's a boy, and Zugi was last seen flitting about
Zugi's a bat.
this
That's
very
true.
tall, shadowy woman. Just kind of.
Tune in next time to see if Xerxes sees Zugi.
Or just dies.
Or George.
Or just,
We're leaving now. Have a good night.
All right, bye,
Yeah,
guys.
lots of discussion to be had. Bye.
Next Monday.